Hello all. So I am a little bit behind, but that is okay. I lit my incense and I almost didn't blow it out. Oh wow, that would have been bad. I have my coffee this morning. Put that there so it doesn't get full of incense, and some water, because it's always good to stay hydrated. So today we are doing a reading on confidence with self and with source. So when I say that, this is about being confident with yourself in all aspects of self. So, I was like, what the? So this is just about feeling very confident with yourself. So what steps you can take to be more confident with yourself. And this is deriving from a general message for the universe, but also a message from source. As we believe that confidence is obtained by those who, may be good looking, maybe this, maybe that. But we are all allowed to be confident regardless of our looks, our status, our financial situation. We're all allowed to feel confident. So I'm going to connect with source and see what source has to say for the collective, and how source also feels you guys can be more confident with source, because it's very hard to trust in certain things, especially something that you yourself can't physically see. um, but you are an extension of source, you are an extension of the universe. You are not, like, the universe is here and you are here, but we know that the planet was created a few billion years ago and the universe was there before the planet was there. So if you do not believe in source, know that you are a extension of the universe itself. Whatever resonates with you. So, whew. Confidence, 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 you guys. I'm actually lighting the lovers incense. And it doesn't mean that, you have to be focusing on love. Rather, this is about love for self. Because to be confident in yourself, you have to realize that you are enough in all aspects of your life. And so in that case, you have to love yourself. Before you ever really get into a relationship, you're meant to love yourself first. Now, this doesn't happen all the time for every single person. We've all been in a relationship where we didn't love ourselves, but we loved the other person. However, things work out for you, they work out for you. There is no specifics to how you should be. Okay, so what messages do we have? Starting with tarot cards, because I love them so much. Ooh. All right, so we have the High Priestess. So we also have, okay, this is a lot more than I was expecting. We also have love from higher self, higher power. So this is your light self. That's what I'm getting here. So they're saying do all of them. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. I just realized, there we go. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. Okay. We have the Princess or Page of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We have two queens. And we have the Five of Wands. So out of all of these, the only, I don't want to say negative, but the only card that derives from the mental is this Five of Swords. Like, obviously this Page or Princess of Swords is also mental, but the Five of Swords is about not always believing what you see. Knowing that people are going to tell you what they want you to know so they can bring you down. And this is really the power of that energy here. With this card here, what I'm getting is that when you believe everything someone tells you, especially about yourself, that becomes part of the subconscious programming. And with confidence, a lot of work with confidence is overcoming this subconscious programming. I myself am very confident now, but that doesn't mean I was previously. I had to work very, very hard to get where I am now, because I realized I was focusing on the wrong things. I was thinking, oh, to be confident, I have to be this level of beautiful. To be confident, I have to be this skinny. To be confident, my hair has to be this long. And I realized in time that that was what other people told me. Oh, you won't be this without this. Because my hair used to be extremely long, like down to my butt, and people only ever complimented me when my hair was that long. And when I decided to cut it because it was heavy, it was a complete shift where I had people going, "Oh, I like your hair better this way." Oh, no, 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 no. And they were making me try to see what they wanted me to see about myself rather than allowing me to build that confidence no matter how I looked. So being mindful of people around you, being mindful of subconscious programming, especially when you're trying to build your confidence, as people will come along and bring their insecurities onto you so you can feel bad, so you can feel how insecure they feel about themselves. Because they feel once they do that, they can go on with their lives and everything will be all right. But in actuality, not everything's going to be all right. You are tearing somebody else down, and that energy is going to go back to the sender. So this person is just once again going to feel insecure with themselves, and now it's only going to be magnified because of their attack on another person. And with this Page of Swords or this Princess of Swords, this is very much the energy that you have to take on when you are striving for confidence. This is the energy of being adventurous within. So this is diving into the mind, picking apart subconscious messages that you've received in the past, subconscious negativity, subconscious insecurities of others. And instead of making it something that is horrifying, you make it an adventure. This person said this about me. Well, guess what? That's not right. This is how I feel about myself. And you switch it. So in that case, it resonates with you rather than what that person wanted you to feel. It's like it's like making it a game. So in that case, you're not tearing yourself down in the process of building your own confidence. Obviously, it's not always going to be that way. Trust me, I've cried more often than I've laughed while building my confidence, but it was definitely something that I had to make into a game so I didn't tear myself down in the process of building myself up. With this Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, that is energy that you have to take in when you're building this new self. This is the energy of nurturing yourself, loving yourself, sitting on your throne and wearing your crown. This doesn't necessarily mean that you are female. This is about feminine energy. Feminine and masculine energy needs to be balanced, but when you lack confidence, you actually have more of a masculine energy rather than a feminine, because a masculine's going to come from a very analytical mind. Okay, this, that. So they told me that I am this way, I feel this way, so I will feel in between. Like, it's very straightforward. But with the feminine energy, this is about connecting with self again. This is about connecting with your emotions, because your confidence is also based off your emotions and how you feel about yourself and those around you. And when you're sitting on your throne, you're no longer focusing on what other people have told you, because your throne, depending on how it is here, it could be made from gold, it could be made from trees, however that resonates, whatever you feel your throne is. But once your throne is made, it is solid and it cannot be broken. So this is all about that confidence. You cannot let anyone break it because you choose not to allow that to happen. Sorry, the coffee is making me burpy. I'm trying not to burp just all over the stream here. But your throne needs to be strong, and you need to be strong as well. Getting there will take time. When you have a golden throne, it wasn't like someone was like, and we're done, there's your throne. It is definitely something you have to work to make. And once you finish making your throne, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will be at your peak. That means that now you have a stable enough foundation that you can continue to build. You built your throne. Now let's build your castle. You built your castle. Now let's, create your crown. I don't know, whichever way you want to put it. Okay, so now you have that created. Okay, now what else do you need to feel secure? Maybe you want a table in your palace, like however it is, but you are building a stable foundation to encase your throne. And this is a lot about confidence. It's building those stable foundations. You build the gate so nobody can get in. So when people come along and they're like, oh, you should feel bad about yourself, you're like, raise the gate. No, I don't. And it's very strong energy of saying, I don't have to feel this way because you do. It's very much like I deserve to feel how I want to feel, and I deserve to feel confident. And with this Five of Wands here, this is saying that you're not always going to have the best of days when building your confidence. The Five of Wands is about new ideas coming together, new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new projects, new ventures. And with any project, with any venture, with any new mindset you are creating, you have to learn which foundations are going to be stable and which ones are faulty. So you're not always going to have a good day. You're building your confidence, and for 3 months straight, you feel confident, you feel amazing. And just for one day, you realize subconsciously there is something in your foundation that is not stable. So you're like, okay, now I feel bad because this and that, this happened, this person said this one thing and it got to me. Okay, what can I do now? And then you go back and you realize where in your foundation have you messed up. And sometimes it is literally just one brick. Oh, that one brick is loose. Let me go ahead and add some stuff here so it's a lot stronger. So in that case, that one brick cannot be removed. Sometimes it's quite literally that you have your throne, you made your throne of gold, but it's getting a little rusty. And you're like, you know what? Well, I don't know if gold rusts. I don't think gold rusts. Don't take that for a certainty, you guys. But you're like, it's a little dirty. Let me clean my throne. It's just going back and seeing what needs to be switched, what needs to be changed, so you can be confident in all aspects of your life. Whew. That was a lot. Let's see. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards just to see if there's anything that can go along with this. Sorry, guys. It flew to the ground. We have the Hierophant. There we go. We have the Hierophant. And this is talking about when you build this confidence, pass on this knowledge, as I am to you. But it doesn't have to be like this. Like I'm saying, hey, building your confidence, understanding you're not always going to have a good day, understanding that it is a process that will take time. I'm passing on this information. And for you guys, for the collective, when you build your confidence, passing on how you have, or just even insights to some random person even, can change that person's life. This is giving back the love that you have given yourself. It doesn't have to be like, oh, come around, children, let's learn about confidence. It could just be you're sitting on the bus or you're sitting on the BART, the train, and some random person sitting next to you, and you guys spark up a conversation and they go, yeah, I'm not very confident about myself, but I try. And you're like, you know what? I am a bit more confident in myself, but I remember when I was in your shoes. And this is what I did. This is how I worked through it. And even though that person may not do what you suggested right then and there, you've then planted a seed. So when that person is ready to take those next steps, they have a seed that is healthy rather than a seed that is not healthy. Whew. I like this message. I was not expecting this. I like it. Okay. I actually thought about this last night when I was laying in bed. And I was like, And we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, definitely changing your perspective in terms of confidence as well. And we have the Star, you guys. It's a beautiful card. This is kind of goes hand in hand with the Hierophant, being a light for others in the darkness. Definitely, reaching out to these people. If they reach out to you, don't obviously be like, hey, I know how to be confident. Let me just push it on you. Like, obviously not. You're here because you choose to be here. I'm not like, you should be here to hear my message. Never do that to a person. I don't feel like you guys would. But definitely be the light in the darkness for others so others can go down the right path for them. Okay. Yeah, we have the Two of Swords. Giving this information could help someone get out of a stagnated state, especially when you yourself may feel stagnated. just even sharing that information can move you out of your own stagnant state where you're like, man, like I've been trying to work through this. I've been having a hard time. I've done this, that. I've done the affirmations. I've done the frequencies, the subliminals. I've done the meditations, but I still feel stagnant. And then you share this information with this person and you're like, oh, I felt stagnant because I felt that I wasn't where I needed to be. But I'm exactly where I need to be in my journey, and that's okay. A lot of the times, it's just that we think we need to do more, but in actuality, we need to do less. When you're building your confidence, it is definitely about bits and pieces, planting seeds and allowing them to grow. When you're constantly watching the seed and the dirt just going sprout, 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 it's not going to sprout because you want it to. So, take some time away from confidence building. Go watch a movie, go hang out with friends, go sit outside in the sun, whichever it is. But taking time away from building yourself up is just as important as taking the action to build yourself up. You don't want to force yourself to do more than you feel that you should. And we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is definitely a twin flame lover's card. So this is more about when you decide to get into a relationship with a person, building this confidence within yourself can also help you build confidence within that person. Or maybe this person is already very confident with themselves. It depends on the situation. But when you decide to get into a relationship here, it is very much about feeling confident with yourself, feeling confident in your choices, your beliefs, your ways of thinking. So when this person comes in, they're obviously going to have their own ideas, beliefs, and ways of thinking. So sometimes they're going to be like, oh, well, you should be, doing this right now because this seems pretty cool. And you're like, actually, I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. And that person's not going to be like, wow, you don't enjoy that? If they do, leave them. But if they don't, and they're like, oh, okay, well, what do you enjoy? Now you're showing them that you are very confident in yourself and you are confident in what you believe in. And you're not just going to do what someone wants you to do. In a healthy relationship, that should be seen as attractive, as positive, and as something that should be continued. If you are not in a healthy relationship and you are building your confidence, this person is going to try to tear it down constantly. I know this. I've been in that situation. So make sure you are always in healthy relationships, especially with friends, because some friends do not want to see you grow. All right? Sweetie, some friends do not want to see you grow. They became friends with you because they wanted to tear you down. I've had too many of those friends. But then that also is a sign of what I was allowing into my life. I wanted people to tear me down because I didn't feel confident enough to stand up for myself. So always be mindful. It's not always that person's fault. You brought them in on an energetic level, and you are meant to learn lessons and then move on from that person. Woo! Yeah. Confidence building is constant nurturing of self with that Seven of Pentacles. It is constant nurturing of self. With this Eight of Pentacles, it's about focusing on what matters most to you. It's about listening to divine messages, to divine words, listening to your higher self as well. It is very much a process that could take months, days, years, weeks, depending on the person. Personally, for me, I've been trying to build my confidence since I was... Sorry, I just want some coffee. Since I was about 16. And now I am currently 24. So it's been a very, very long process. But I'm very much more confident now than I was when I was 16. Okay. That's why I have so much insight to this process, is I've been continuously, actively trying to build myself up. I'm very, very introspective, which is why I do see myself as a spiritual healer, life coach, and psychic as well. Well, I'm psychic. That's just something I was born with. But definitely a life coach is something that I aspire to, as I have been very introspective my entire life. So I have that knowledge. So starting off, we have the constant. And this is about being constant in your growth. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to constantly be doing everything in your power to grow, but allowing yourself to grow without focusing intently on it. It's it's about doing the work, but also knowing when to rest. So it's a constant process that can be shifted. Sometimes maybe you want to have more fun one day and you want to do less confidence building. That's okay. Have more fun that day, do less of that. Another day, you may need more confidence building and you want to have less fun. That is okay too. Whatever works for you, allow it to be a constant cycle that is okay with shifting. You should never feel that you have to constantly be working on yourself, because even though they say, oh, that's the way to go, if you don't allow yourself time to relax, you're just going to wear yourself out. And we have the Night of Sweets. This is about rewarding yourself for your hard work. When you reward yourself for your hard work, the night is about movement. Things move a lot quicker. It's like positive reinforcement. If you want, excuse me, it may not be the best analogy here, but if you want a dog to learn how to sit, you need to have a treat. You can't just say sit, 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 sit. When you're doing confidence building, this is very much about rewarding yourself for this work that you're doing. So let's say, for example, you listen to confidence affirmations for 5 minutes. What you do after that is up to you. Personally, for me, I say thank you for taking that time for yourself. That is positive affirmations towards myself, which goes in my brain as positive reinforcement. On certain days when I'm having a really, really rough day and I do my confidence building, I do, the affirmations, the frequencies, and the subliminals for like an hour or so, I'm like, you know what? You deserve a Twinkie. And I give myself a Twinkie. So what I do for positive reinforcement changes depending on my mood of that day. And this is definitely how this night is. You don't have to be constant in what positive reinforcement you do, but you do need to be constant in that positive reinforcement. Even if you're 60 years old and you've been doing this for, 40 years, still having that constant positive reinforcement keeps you in the process of doing it. The forever golden. So, sorry, you guys. When you get into the habit of confidence building every single day, when you get in the habit of being constant in it and giving yourself that positive reinforcement, you're not going to stop it. You're not going to be like, okay, now I've reached the point that I want to reach. Confidence building, like anything in life, is going to take a lifetime. This doesn't mean that you won't be extremely confident till you're dead. This just means that you can be confident and still do confidence building. That's why it's called the forever golden. You can do it for as long as you want. You can do it for your entire life if you want to, even if you are the most confident person on the planet. By doing so, you are reinforcing with yourself that confidence matters to you. It is something that is of value in your life, and it is something that makes you happy. Okay. Whew. And we have the fountain. So this goes to abundance of love, giving yourself that abundance of love, you guys. Sorry, the mispronounced. I don't really know how that goes into the reading. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was listening to my spirit guides and my angels. They're saying when you go through this process, don't tell yourself stuff negatively, especially when you have a mishap. Let's say, for example, you don't do, sorry, that scared the hell out of me. Let's say you don't do confidence building for 3 weeks. And then you start having negative self-talk. Do not allow that to be the constant. Be like, hey, you know what? I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't feel my best. That's okay. We can change it if we want to. Let's start doing confidence building now, even though I haven't been doing it for the past few days. That's okay. I'm okay with that. And so in that case, you're reinforcing that this still does matter in your life. You still love yourself in this way. And it's okay if you slip up every now and then, you are human. Rather than you going, oh, wow, look at you, you slipped up, you're not a horrible person, for one. You're not. So never call yourself a horrible person, ever. But with the fountain here, giving yourself that abundance of love throughout your life in terms of confidence building is so important. And it is 100% worth your time every day, each day. But once again, if you do slip up, that is okay too. Never beat yourself up, ever. Because you are doing your best. And that deserves to be rewarded. All right. And then we have because F it. This is quite literally kind of saying, don't give, and I really don't want to curse on this stream here, don't give a flapjack to every single thing in your life. When you're building your confidence, you're realizing that certain things in your life deserve your attention and some things don't. So when something doesn't need your attention, just flapjack it. Whatever, move on. And this will become a lot easier the more confidence you have with yourself. So be patient with yourself in this process. Woo! And then we have vulnerability as hot as flapjack. So when you're doing confidence building, you have to be vulnerable with yourself. You are learning who to be vulnerable with and who not to. So in certain situations, it's good to be vulnerable with people. And in some, it's best to not. This is very much another thing with confidence. When you build your confidence, you know that it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to not wear a mask. It is okay to, let's say, for example, you're with a friend and you just start break down crying. That is completely okay. You are showing that person that even though you are confident with yourself, you feel comfortable enough with that person to be vulnerable. When you build your confidence, you start seeing all the people who are not worth your time. Because you're like, wow, I feel good about myself. But you never have anything good to say to me. So it's like you start weeding out the people who don't work for you, who aren't meant to be in your life. And for those that are meant to, you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable with them. Okay. What else? Detox. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. It's fine. We have detox. So detoxing, sorry, these are not for you. The rest are not for you. But detox is very much about when you have a period where you have fallen out in terms of confidence building, before you continue confidence building, detox your aura. This isn't about taking a diet. This isn't about being a specific way. This is about cleaning your aura because you've fallen out for a reason. Whether it be that you felt confident enough to not do it for a couple of days, or something happened that kind of made you feel a bit off about it. You know, someone may have taken away your confidence, taken away your power. So whatever it may have been, even if it was because you felt confident enough not to do it, you've gotten to a point now after this break where you feel a bit down. This is a time to cleanse your aura, cleanse your space, cleanse your body. This doesn't mean through food. This very much means through, listening to certain frequencies like self-love and heart chakra, sacral, whatever chakra is off for you. It's about cleansing those chakras, cleansing away that negative energy, and then resume your confidence building. Then listen to your confidence affirmations, your confidence subliminals, your confidence frequencies, whatever it may be for you, your meditations. But before you do so, always cleanse your aura after a break of a couple of days. All right. So now let's head into these beautiful messages I have created for you, saying these three. So we have chew gum, and chew gum is actually also about the throat chakra. So this is very much saying that remember that you need to constantly be cleansing your throat chakra, especially when you're doing confidence building, because your throat chakra is what kind of holds in a lot of subconscious insecurities of others. So when you cleanse your throat chakra, you're cleansing away any negative subconscious insecurities and negativity of other people. So when you speak your confidence, it is coming through strongly, and it can come even quicker for you. We have take a breath. This is about knowing when to take a break, whether it be for a couple of days, a day, a few hours. Remember to take a break, take a breath. You are on the right path. You are doing the right thing. You are amazing. You deserve all the love in the world, and you deserve to feel confident and strong within yourself. And we have the root chakra. This goes back to creating strong foundations with self. This goes back to building your throne, your castle, your crown, making those stable foundations. So whenever you are doing confidence building, connecting with the earth, connecting with your root chakra is also very, very important as you are establishing that you are building these strong foundations. Oof. I slouch a lot, so now I have all this pain right here. All right. And then we have watch a good movie, and it's under take a breath. So once again, it's just talking about taking that time to relax and connect with self. And we also have get off your phone. So whenever you start to feel overwhelmed in certain situations, or maybe you just feel really, really good, remember to also separate from your devices every now and then. Go sit outside for a minute. Go explore the world. Getting off your phone can also help with your mental growth. Okay, you guys, the last cards I'm going to be doing is self-care. So these self-care cards are pretty much meant to help you choose the right activities for yourself. Since this is a general reading for the collective, I'm going to go ahead and just say this may be an idea of what Source may think would be good for the collective in terms of confidence building and self-care. Okay, already this one wants to come out. We have write a gratitude list. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, yeah. There we go. Write a gratitude list. So this is remembering what you are grateful for. When you are building your confidence, remembering what you're grateful for is very important. We have soak in a bath. I do this constantly, you guys. We have two here. Oh my God, do we have two here? No, okay. So we also have sound healing. So these goes back to those frequencies I was stating earlier, listening to frequencies, to singing bowls as well. So you could, soak in a bath, and while you're soaking in a bath, listening to these frequencies. All right, one more. We got two more. Okay. We have alone time. Alone time is very, very important, you guys, especially when you're doing confidence building. You do not want to be around people when you are trying to build your confidence. So let's say you're doing your affirmations. You want to do your affirmations while you're alone, as when you try to do affirmations with someone nearby, that person's energy is going to subconsciously influence how you feel about those affirmations. But when you're by yourself and you're doing these affirmations, you are connecting with your higher self, your light, your energy with Source, and allowing these affirmations to really work for you. And we have Aroma Therapy. So for me, this incense is Aroma Therapy. There's many different beautiful scents here. It smells so good. Definitely aromatherapy is very, very helpful. I actually do aromatherapy while I do my live streams, as it helps me stay calm and centered as I do things for you guys. All right, so that is where we're going to go ahead and end this video. I really hope it resonated with you guys. I really hope it helped you feel good today. So seeing as how I am a spiritual healer and a life coach, On my website, I do have many different things there. It's not just about, readings and stuff like that. I have confidence building, which here we are. So if you want to continue to build your confidence, but you would also like to have someone there with you, I can go ahead and do that for you as well. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it is not expected of you, but I would greatly appreciate it. All right. This helps me stay and continue making this content for your beautiful souls. All right, you guys, I love you so much, and I thank you for being here. All right. I love you guys. Bye.